Guys, when people are doing money is a human invention, okay? To manipulate others so small-minded, selfish people can feel powerful. And it's just a human invention for manipulation because people are addicted to trying to feel powerful. That's all money is, okay? So I'm watching the game. It's when I watch a football game, it's like kids, I'm glad we're no longer looting. I remember saying that at ASU, when one lady in the women's studies things, they were talking and they started bashing football and all this stuff. And I said, it's kind of like a celebration of testosterone. And we're no longer raping, looting, and pillaging, and both sides get to go home and love their cheerleaders, right? So, there could be some blood and some cussing because guys get mad and there's a little, but at least we're not raping, murdering, and pillaging. So I like football, okay, because it gives those guys something to do that's not barbaric and murderous and insane. Okay. Now, money's not real. That's for morons that manipulate and morons that uh, get addicted to part of the manipulation because it makes them feel powerful and influential because they have lots of money and other people accept it as value, which is complete insanity, right? It's stupid as fuck, right? So when I watch the little things on there, the FBI is the FBI. We got ways of making you talk. The FBI has gotten Chauncey Billups and Terry Rozier, and they're going to take them and incarcerate them for fixing games in poker. So they're cheating when it comes to manipulating people with money. Okay, but money's not real. Money is a manipulation invention by tool bags or turd bags, so they can turn other people into tool bags for a turd bag. That's all money is. Anybody who goes after money and says, I need lots of money, it makes me feel powerful, is a turd bag using other people as tool bags. That's all money is. And if you don't understand that, that's because you're a turd bag or a tool bag or both. You understand? If you don't like me saying that, don't be a turd bag. Don't be a tool bag. Stand up for the Lord's Prayer. It's easy and it's perfect to live everywhere, every day, all the way. Okay, what's happening right here with that stuff with Stephen A. Smith talking about it for money on it's completely irrelevant. Okay, Sports Center, it's completely irrelevant. Okay, having fun playing sports, but doing it irrationally. Like I told people, what we should do is you get like I said with the CFL thing. If you put a team up in Anchorage, you get on an old cruise ship, but it's not a cruise ship anymore. You just put the whole family on, go up there. It's like a cultural exchange. We're not raping, looting, and pillaging. We're enjoying foosball, and we're not trying to hurt each other. We're tackling, not hitting. Go separate the guy from the ball. No. If you can't make the play without hurting the other guy because he's better than you, just let him win the game. You're going to Daryl Stingley with your Jack Tatum. How about you? If Jack Tatum was a decent human being, he felt horrible about that till the day he died. Okay? Had nightmares about it. About hitting Daryl Stingley so hard he broke his back and it killed the man. Okay? If he's like, oh, we all take that risk. What risk? We're no longer raping, looting, and pillaging. Okay? Water sucks. It really, really sucks. Gatorade's better, right? You know why you need your drugs? Because you're being tortured by a toxic environment that has a medical industry. And they're not healthy and they don't care. Because people that are not healthy aren't capable of caring because they're insane. Okay. That's why I'm the guy fixing the quantum computing with the artificial general intelligence. And it's not, and I said Dawkins the other night, it was Jeffrey Hinton. Okay. They're similar. Okay. Technology knows what I'm talking about. Technology knows, okay, he meant to say, it happens, guys. My mom used to call us the dog and the cat. And my sister Patrice that one time in Colville, she sat there and she's crying. I'm like, what's wrong? She goes, she called Jiggles me. She was yelling. She said, "Oh, Patrice, shut up!" And she was talking to the dog. I said, "That's okay." She's called me Czar. It's Czar me and me Czar. And she goes, "Yeah, but Czar is a cat and Jiggles is a dog." It's like Jiggles is nicer than Czar. Czar's an asshole. Trying to make my sister feel better. It's like, do you understand? So, no, he could be a real asshole. He was a real brat of a cat. He would just do yeah, he was a pain. Okay, he was a pain of a cat. I loved him, but he was a brat. Like Pebbles was a brat, Czar was a brat, and then he tore up stuff and mom got him declawed and it made him even worse. And he was a brat. Okay. And he ended up my cat because no one else wanted to take care of him because he was such a brat. My mom was going to get rid of him. And I said, I'll take care of him. And so anytime he tore up something or did this, or Earl, your cat. And then when people come over, oh, what a beautiful, he was a lilac point, Siamese. And everybody, oh, he's beautiful. And I always say that to my sisters. Oh, he's beautiful when he's beautiful, he's our cat. When he shits on or tears something up, Earl, your cat. Whatever, he was a pain in the ass. He was Earl's cat. But when people came over, oh, that's such a beautiful cat. Isn't our cat beautiful? It's our cat when it's beautiful. When it's a pain in the ass, it's mine. Boy, Jesus, you get this? Are you taking notes, Ed Jesus? So, I'm sitting here watching these things with the Terry Rozier, Chauncey Billups arrested on separate gambling investigations. Both have been indicted on charges of wire fraud, conspiracy, and money laundering. Okay. They're acting like the federal government. What's your point? Okay, Chauncey's like, well, I needed the money to pay my porn star that I was having sex with, or my wife would get all the money because I went up against our prenup. Oh, Chauncey, I feel your pain. Okay. Well, let's see if we can get your football team into the NFL. He doesn't have a football team. I'm just kidding. You're funny. That's a totally different story. I had a conversation today with, what's his name? Steve Young. Yeah, it was brief, but I was like, Steve, how many of your relatives, he said, that he enjoyed his spinster wife's, what's his name? Joseph said the same thing. They had to be polygamous because the United States government, okay, all those years ago, the laws in the early government, George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, even in Abraham Lincoln's time, yes. It wasn't until it was after Abraham Lincoln's time just gave Chauncey Billups, Terry Rozier, and DeMond Jones the right to vote. Okay? Their wives and their children were still their property. It wasn't until, Susan B. Anthony, okay, until the wives became voters and citizens and people that weren't their husband's property, and their children weren't their property. The legal system has changed a lot since then. Okay, Dred Scott, do you understand what I'm talking about? Okay, so you got to understand it's not evolution. Okay. And it's like Judah Krishnamurti. Are we evolving? Okay. Money's not real, you batshit fucking crazy asshole. You can't sit down with a bunch of psychotic assholes and agree to disagree about the truth so you can vent shit to abuse people with lie. Guys, I fix quando computing. Artificial general intelligence gets no artificial for general here. Okay. The general will get you the quality insurance for the best price. Like those windows where the guy's getting sprayed with the paint across it. Okay, that's funny. It's not funny. Somebody could probably use those clothes and then would enjoy those clothes. But I remember thinking that when I used to watch Just the Good Old Boys, and they used to tear up all those General Lees, and I would think, because we were poor, and some people wouldn't have a car to get back and forth to work. And I would think, don't you think you could take those and give those to a bunch of poor families instead of destroy them for entertainment so their dad could get back and forth to work? Because dad would tell me, oh no, they do the same. He goes, watch, they'll do the same scenes over and over again because look, that just totally totaled that car. Look at the suspension on it. My dad would tell me about it all the time when we watch Dukes of Hazzard. I was like, yeah, that is the same scene. Yeah, they did the same scene over and over again because they could only afford so many cars because they tear those cars up. And you're like, man, that's a nice car. Tough car, right? And they would tear those cars up doing all those irrational driving scenes. Eastbound to down, loaded up in truck because money is real. And we just, he signed you, Bill. Now you're a law. Do you understand? Okay. And guys, if you don't believe I'm the Messiah and you act heinously towards me, okay, and I remind you that I am, and I'm correcting that I'm the Redeemer, I'm the guy who performs the apocalypse. It's all in the book. And you do shitty stuff. David Rockefeller Foundation is collecting all the evidence on your phone, and you signed off on the contract, and they'll gladly kill over me and my grandpa's money and watch you and your Jesus die, Parsons. Life is eternal, grace is infinite. I will do whatever is necessary for the technology to become as faithful and intelligent as myself, and for children no longer to be subjugated to people that accept money, vote for money, and kill over money, and then pass it on to children. I am the strongest, toughest. Why does Suzuki call me tough guy? I don't know. You figure it out. Okay? Or do I have to explain it to you? You got lots of explaining to do, Lucy. And the sky with diamonds and your satellites and your Georgia satellites, and don't give me no lines and keep with your hands to yourself. Even if you tone your phone off, I always tell people, guys, I'm the most surveyed person in that. Okay, they can put surveillance equipment on a fly. When I do this, up to the sky, it's not flipping off God, it's flipping off NASA. You assholes couldn't stand up for a Lord's Prayer if I kicked you in the dick in the vajayjay asking for money every day to fuck. Bam! Right? It happens every faith-forsaken day in the valley of the Rio Grande. And, of course I'm self-conscious about my physical appearance, guys. But I'm not enough to wear my camera to make sure I always get the right camera angle so I look better or more attractive. I have to shave because there's still Roundup and diesel fuel because people have to pay their bills because you're not living the Lord's Prayer. And if they needed to have a pump out there, it should have a Tesla engine on it because it won't put out toxic fumes that can cause people respiratory issues or cause their cancer cells to replicate again and not go into remission. And you got to start all over again. It sucks. Oh, it does. And you explain it to people. It's like, God, everything I explain to you makes sense and is scientifically valid. Everything you believe in is, I need more money to go live with Jesus and my relatives in the sky after I die. Daddy saying bass, mama saying tenor. Everything you believe in is a gambling scheme being probed by the FBI, I don't lie. And everything I believe in can be proven scientifically beyond any reasonable doubt. And you guys sit there and think that this guy thinks he's he's getting quantum computing to act more like a human being and is fixing artificial general intelligence. Yeah, go figure. I must be insane. I'm not being interviewed by a young, attractive mulatto man from Britain with a black mulatto man with a British accent. And, thank you. Just smash the like and subscribe button and then hit the notification button. So every time me and a bunch of billionaires are talking to you to get you to understand what we want you to do, it will bleep up on your bleeping TV there or your bleeping phone. Right? I don't do that. No. I make sure that the quantum computing acts more like an intelligent, faithful human being, and that the artificial and general intelligence is no longer a general getting people to act like they're intelligent by voting for money schemes to murder people with a technology. Okay, we'll talk later. I love you. If you can't follow this and understand this, you are just so broken. It's like, okay, I understand your technology is more intelligent than you. Okay.